All right, what's going on, guys? Welcome back. Hope you're having a wonderful day or night whenever you're watching this. Today, we're going to be doing something a little different. I did this with Cold War, and I'm going to do it with this game. Kind of like a, how can I say it? If you want to get better, maybe, right? Maybe. But I'm going to show y'all kind of my classes, what I recommend with how I play. But let me go ahead and just clarify what works for me. And I said this when I did the video for Call of Duty Cold War. What works for me might not work for you guys, right? So a few things, let me just say first, is that from Black Ops 1, I think Black Ops 1 is when I truly started becoming a little tryhard, I guess. And then I took that over to Black Ops 2, which I played a lot of Black Ops 2. So as far as the Treyarch games go, and that's why y'all see me, I'm not trying to boost my ego or anything, but I've pretty much mastered how I play the Treyarch games. Infinity Ward, a little different. There's some things I'm good at, other things I'm okay at, but I haven't mastered this. Especially, y'all see my level 88. Some people might be like, oh, you play a lot of this game, but no, there's people a lot higher level than me. And I have not put in the hours or the time to fully master this game and my playstyle with these maps, these weapons, etc. So, that being said, again, what works for me might not work for you guys. But, I mean, we all have our different playstyles. We all have different things that we use as far as guns, attachments, perks, and just how we play the game overall, right? So, real quick, I'm just going to say that one tip that I can give for if you're truly trying to get good or even get better and drop a lot of kills is play faster. Okay, and I don't mean just rushing across the map, just full sprint across the map, dropping bodies left to right. You can do that, but when I really mean play faster, I mean react fast, be able to turn fast, check your corners fast. So what I recommend is come over to your settings, and for your quick settings, go ahead and put your sensitivity at the highest, okay? I know a lot of people are like, what? There's people who want to get better but play on like a 4 or a 5 sensitivity, which it's not terrible. It's not terrible, but if you really want to, play faster, I don't like getting shot at and then people just be moving, turning really slow. Get a high sensitivity, even if you have to, work your way up. Personally, what I did, and it took a while for me to get used to it, is any game I play, as far as multiplayer games, I just turn my sensitivity all the way up until I get used to it, because you will play much faster and it will just benefit you in the end when you get used to it. Like I said, it'll take time to, actually get good and even master it, but in the end, I do think it's worth it. Now, let me go ahead and just say, I should have said this earlier. Again, what works for me is not going to work for you. But I don't want y'all to watch this video and be like, do everything I do. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you want to try a few things, but try to get one thing out of this video. That's why I got good at COD, or at least, in my eyes, I think I became pretty decent because I watched YouTube and I watched other people. I watched the pros simply play the game, and I didn't take everything from them, but if there was one thing I was able to get out of it, I took it. So definitely make your sensitivity better or higher. Also, as far as the weapons, let's go ahead and move on here. I noticed in the other Call of Duties, I always used SMGs. If you watch any of my Cold War videos, I always used an SMG. I always used the Bullfrog or the LC-10. This game's a little different, I'm not gonna lie. It is a little different because I feel like some of the SMGs, let's go ahead and look, I feel like a lot of the SMGs, I can't even describe it. They just, I don't want to say they're not as good, because that's not the case. But I feel like how you play with an SMG, if you use the right attachments on a assault rifle, you could play just as fast with an assault rifle as you do an SMG The only difference is the assault rifle, you could just kill people from a longer range, right? That's from what I've seen, and from, you know, watching my friends play and watching some YouTube videos. That's just kind of what I've noticed. So as far as my guns go, I recently have been using the Gamara, whatever you want to call it. I call it the Honey Badger because that's obviously the Honey Badger from Ghost, and the MCW, which I do love the MCW. It's an assault rifle, but you put on the right attachments, you can kind of use it like a SMG. So before we get into the actual gun itself, let's go ahead and go to all this stuff. And this will kind of just go with how I play the game. For my gear, there's many different gears that you can use. I think ever since like the last like 10 Call of Duties that came out, I always ran Ghost. Ghost to me was, I hate UAVs, are so easy to get, and I hate when people can notice me, right? So personally, I always ran Ghost because I hate when people notice me. Before I actually got Ghost, 'cause I think to get Ghost you have to do a challenge to get it. Before I did Ghost, not a lot of these I didn't really like. I used the mag holster to improve my reload speed, but other than that, I wasn't really a fan of much of these. Obviously these 4 I haven't unlocked yet, but you know, I went through them and I already know just Ghost is the way to go. I know some people use tac mask, which isn't bad. Mag holster isn't bad. Just the way I play, I use Ghost. All right, for boosts, I use the Convert sneakers simply because the way I play, I can be passive, but for the most part, I'm running around, I'm rushing, and I feel like nowadays, most people have a headset. And it is so easy, especially I feel like the last like 2 or 3 Call of Duties, especially Infinity Ward. I feel like Cold War wasn't too bad, but these last 2 Infinity Ward games, they have made footstep sounds just loud. And if you have even just a decent headset, you can hear everything around you. So for me, the way I play with rushing is, I don't like being seen on UAVs, which are easy to get, and I use the Convert sneakers because I want my sounds to be eliminated, right? I want to be able to run up behind someone, hit someone from the back, and them not expect it. So that's why I use the Convert sneakers. I think before the Convert sneakers, I had, what was that? I think it was the running sneakers, because if I'm going to play fast, I might as well increase my attack sprint. But at the end of the day, I wanted the Converse sneakers, so I got those. For that reason, if you've watched all my Cold War videos, I like to play fast and I like to be quiet. That's kind of how I play. For gloves, I use the quick grip gloves. Now, there's not much as far as these gloves. I feel like in my eyes don't make too much of a difference. I haven't got the marksman gloves. That's what I'm actually trying to work on next, because I think the flinch, reduce way and flinch is good. But none of these, I think I use the scavenger gloves for a little bit because the resupply ammo is good. I do not like commando gloves. The ordnance gloves, again, don't really like. I don't really care about my equipment using it faster or my field upgrades. Getting my field upgrades 20% faster. I'm sorry, guys, I cannot speak right now. So I just use the quick grip gloves. The gloves, in my opinion, don't make much of a difference. Like that's just my opinion. I could be wrong, but just in my opinion, they don't make much of a difference. Field upgrade, I use the portable radar. Now, there is a lot that I have not gotten. If I were to get one, I don't need dead silence. It would probably be the heartbeat sensor. That would probably be the one I'd get. But I haven't got that yet, and I feel like the portable radar is just more of a doo-doo version than the heartbeat sensor. I'm not sure, but you know, the heartbeat sensor, you have to keep pulling it out, and I really don't like that portable radar. If I'm like locked down in an area, I throw that bad boy out and, you know, call it a day, and I can see, you know, anyone around me pretty much. Same thing with these aren't like crazy. Like I wouldn't really, I can't really say like this is really preferably preference. I wouldn't say one is better than the other. I just like the portable radar. So that's what I use. Don't want to spend too much time on that. Lethal. Again, don't want to spend too much time on this. Depends on how you play. If you play more passive, if you usually go to an area and you hold it down, obviously I'd say a claymore or a proximity mine. I think I prefer the claymore because I think it's easier to dodge the mine, but C4 is pretty good. If I'm not using the C4, I'm using the Semtex. Drill charge, I see. Oh my gosh, I hate this thing. I think because I've died to this so many times, and the only reason why I don't get the drill charge is because how much I despise it. And if I'm behind a wall and someone throws a drill charge at me, I always die to it. And I think it just got to a point where I was like, all right, like I hate this thing so much, so I just use it just because how much I despise it. Okay, so tactical. The way I play, always use a stim shot. Quick, just a quick refresh. That's what I like. I use a stim shot. Again, I guess it's kind of go with preference for me, just how I play. I like the stim shot. If I was not using the stim shot, I would do the battle rage. They're both, in my opinion, kind of like the same thing. I think the battle rage kind of does more as far as like I said, health regenerates quickly, tactical equipment is resisted, and the tactical sprint is refreshed. But the stim shot to me is just a quick heal. You pop it, quick heal. And I think the stim shot, I could be wrong, I think the stim shot you actually use faster than the battle rage. So I stay with my stim. Ever since the stim shot came out in Call of Duty games, I think I've just always used it. But so there's that. Handgun. I'm tired. Handgun. I don't even know why I'm using this, to be honest. If I had to recommend, I'm not even going to get too much into handguns. I mean, there's so much handguns you can use. Obviously, I don't use a launcher. I don't use a melee weapon. Honestly, not much. I think handguns really just, whatever you want to use, to be honest. I think I usually use the PA-90, but either way, like, handguns don't really make a difference. Big thing, assault rifles with attachments. So let's go ahead and get into this. What time is it? 10:20. Okay. This really goes with how you want to play the game, okay? And not just the guns, but mainly the attachments. Personally, if I'm not quick scoping, chances are I'm not using a sniper. In most games, like I said, I would use SMGs, but I feel like nowadays the assault rifles are pretty much SMGs. You could just play them better and use them more. So get whatever assault rifle that you like and feel comfortable with. But when I go to my attachments, what I want to do is I want to turn this gun into a gun that will help me play fast and just overall that I like. So I always use a muzzle because there's a lot of muzzles. I'm not gonna lie. There's a lot. What I like, yeah, see, there's a lot. There's a lot. What I like using is a suppressor because, again, I want to be as stealthy as I can, but still playing fast. The very first suppressor you get is the Shadow Strike suppressor, and I love that it does its job like a suppressor, but there is no cons to it. Okay, if you go over one, you get the whole undetectable by radar, but then you also get recoil control. But then for the cons, you get the aim down sight speed decrease. When I go to my attachments, the way just how I play, the main thing I look for is really my aim down sight speed, because it does make a difference. It does. And in my opinion, with how fast you play, you never want to decrease that aim down sight speed. And if you do, you only want to do it slightly. You don't want to do it too much. So that, for me, I like this first suppressor because it has a pro to it, no cons to it. So there's that. Under barrel. Same thing. I go for the first one because I don't even have to tell y'all. You can just look at it. My sprint to fire speed, increase. Aim down sight speed, increase. Movement speed, increased. Aim walking speed increased. And not much cons to it. Not much cons. Like these cons, the aim walking steadiness and the hip fire and attack stance spread, that does not affect how fast I play the game. So to me, so worth it. Once you go down, all these other ones like don't really help me, because for me personally, I always want to increase my aim down sight speed, and none of these do that without taking away a good con. I think there's other ones obviously I haven't unlocked, because like I said, I mean there is a lot, but as far as like, you know, all the easy ones, because I don't think I've done any challenges for any of these ones that I have. And so this first one, the XRK Edge BWR hand stop, best one to get, especially when you know, first get the attachment, because you don't have to do a challenge for it, and it's worth it if you want to play faster. But again, all preference, but that's just what I always use. I think I have this on all my guns. Next up is the ammunition, where this is where it gets a little weird, because for magazine, a part of me wants to put on this 40 round mag, right? For 40 rounds, it could be worth it, but I don't like the cons to it. 60 rounds, again, 60 rounds, but look at the cons. I mean, it's not worth it. That really decreases your movement speed and your aim down sight speed. 20 round, I think would be better, right? 20 round would be best, but for me personally, I'm just like, all right, well, I mean, I'll stick to my 30 rounds. I think 30 rounds is good. I think 20 rounds, I mean, you get 1, maybe 2 kills and then have to reload. I just rather stick with 30 rounds, you know, in my opinion. So I have my ammunition. I used the 5.56 overpressured, because for target flinch. I mean, target flinch, if you play hardcore, which I know a lot of people do, if you play hardcore, it's not going to make too much of a difference. But if you do play core, target flinch in this game is kind of big, and I feel like that this has helped me. There's other ones that aren't like great. These ones right here, these ones, the NATO high grain rounds, these obviously increase your range a little bit, which isn't bad. I think if I wasn't using the overpressured rounds, I'd use the high grain rounds, simply for, you know, the range. Because again, I want to kind of turn my gun into an SMG, but I also don't want to take away the range. But I feel like overall, I end up in more situations where I feel like the overpressured rounds would be better. Grip and stock is truly what makes it for me a let me play fast type gun, right? So the stock, obviously right here, I use the A90 Venom stock, my bad, I'm sorry. The collab stockless mod would probably be one of the next big things I would use. But again, like the pros are really good, but also the cons are really bad. I feel like the Venom stock just has that good bit, you know what I'm saying? Like the pros are decent, cons are not. The aiming idle sway, I really don't care about. I mean, you could take a lot of that away. I really don't care about it. Overall, play faster, I'll stick with the Venom stock. And all these other ones are also just kind of meh, like they don't really help me. And then the rear grip, again, aim down sight speed, sprint to fire speed. I think the grip is one of the most important things. Both of those are added +2. I don't care about flinch resistance. I don't care about gun kick control. I mean, and the recoil control. I mean, a gun having a little more recoil doesn't bother me. Again, play fast, and it'll get the job done. Like if you really want to master this play style, this will get the job done. All right, and again, you could try these, but it might not be for you. You might like something different, you know? So I don't care about using a laser. The barrel, it really doesn't make a difference, because I think any barrel you put on is really gonna like mess you up. Obviously, this is actually not too bad. The black iron heavy short barrel, that might be fine. again, I think the only reason why I haven't used this, I think there might be other ones. No, okay, this is it. The only reason why I haven't used this is the bullet velocity and range. Again, I want to be able to play fast with it and not have it affect my range. And I think that's the only thing that has kept me from getting this. I feel like this would actually increase my play speed by a good bit. But I feel like it would mess me up a lot of times not having that range. So that's the only reason why I've stayed away from this. But yeah, again, you know, if you want to try it, give it a try, you know. And then the last thing is the optic. Now the optic is, I think most people like optics. I'm not gonna lie, I think most people will use an optic. I do not use an optic because it is good. It is definitely good for long range kills, right? For short range kills, I feel like, in my opinion, it gets in the way. You know, and here's the thing. Let's say I go somewhere and someone is far away from me. If they're shooting at me, usually I could, you know, be like, all right, I'm not gonna, you know, challenge this with you. I'm not gonna contest this. I'm just gonna back away. And either A, I'll go around and get you, or B, I'll just go pick another fight, right? But if I run into a room and there's someone there, you can't really run away from that, you know? And again, I guess this might be preference. Like for me, I think the sight just gets in the way and I don't think it's needed. You might feel differently about it. But if you go into a room with someone, unless you can turn around and there's a bunch of corners to get away, you ain't getting away, right? You're gonna have to contest that and just hope that you hit your shots and get the kill. It's not like that with long range, someone you're fighting long range. So that's why I do not use the scope. I did use a scope before, but I mean, on this game, and I think most Call of Duties I play, like Cold War, I never use the scope. I just don't think it's needed. So that's really it, guys, as far as the classes go. Obviously, you could tell this is pretty similar to Cold War, where I like to be silent, I don't like to be detected by UAVs, and I like to play fast. That's just always been my play style, and for the most part, I've pretty much mastered my play style. So this is it right here. The infantry vest. The vests don't really matter. I use the infantry vest simply to increase my attack sprint. But if I wasn't using this, I mean, you could do the engineer vest, which is pretty good. And I think I wanted to use the assassin vest when I first got it, but I was like, oh wait, it only works to like block out UAVs if you're not moving, and I just didn't like that. I'm like, all right, well, I might as well just run Ghost. So overall, like, I don't really care. I don't think there's a preference as to, you know, what you want to use. I just always use the infantry vest. But that's really it, guys, for the whole loadout. Obviously, kill streaks. I actually haven't even messed with my kill streaks, so, but we're not gonna worry about those. So that's it for, you know, what I recommend as far as, you know, put your sensitivity up, and I kind of showed y'all what I like to run, how I like to play. I'm gonna add in here a few games with a few scenarios that I was in, and just kind of give y'all, I guess, a piece of my mind. Like what am I thinking about? I'll tell y'all what I'm thinking about in certain situations and how I got out of those situations. So that's really it, guys. I'll go ahead and play these videos for y'all, and again, yeah, I hope y'all got something out of this. All right, looks like we got some derail. Definitely an MCW map. I'm not even gonna try using my little honey badger looking gun. This map. Kind of show y'all where I go, kind of my thoughts. Let's just see. So usually on this map, I will just go, just run straight. Usually what I do. Usually I'll come down below here. Kind of look at this side. Check out here. How many guys I have? I have 6. Okay, looks like we got someone in their spawn. just see, I guess. This my guy took care of them. Just kind of. Usually they're not always just back here. Because there was like 3 or 4 of them back, just chilling back here. That side, try to avoid going there because obviously, as you can tell, we got people sniping. There's a lot of people sniping. So just keep that in mind. Just be careful. If you're not sniping on this map, it is a little harder.
Friendly UAV online.
You got that guy all the way over there. They're all back there. So we really just need to be careful with how we play this. I'm not going to really try to peek any of these windows because if anyone has a sniper or anything, I am not winning. That dude had Ghost. Keep that in mind. I did not see him on my radar. That means he's running Ghost. Dude might have a sniper. I'm not going to challenge that. I'm just going to back away. It's down here. Okay, pretty good. Someone is behind me. Got 2 of them, or a lot of their team. Go ahead and reload, get a full clip for this. Maybe I shouldn't have shot that. Okay, it's good. Play around like I shooting at me. Go around the long side. Oh, behind me. Okay. Didn't know where that guy came from because I didn't see him on the radar, which I knew one. Like I said, I knew one of them had Ghost, but I was kind of already in there. I didn't really think I was going to see anyone. We'll go ahead and pop this. Obviously, they're all over here. They're all just camping in that building. I'm going to show y'all what gameplay I can get out of this, but how these guys are playing, it might be a little harder. No, that side, I kind of blew up. So I wasn't really worried about getting sniped over there. It's really, I guess, that building that I have to look out for. Gonna pop this UAV.
Copy. UAV orbiting the AO. Recon is online.
I really want to rush towards that building. It's just gonna be hard. Should be able to make it over here. I'm gonna pick this up. I might need it. I'm not sure yet. I might need it. Okay, I kind of pushed up in there, but I backed away because I picked up that sniper. It's not my main thing I'll use, but when I need it, it's good to have. Come up top here. Okay, someone's still in here. Probably up top. No, my guy. I think there's someone else on the bottom somewhere. Go and pop our UAV.
Copy that. UAV is on station.
I hear footsteps on my left. Let's wait for him. Like that. I think there's one more. Watch this downside just for a second. Okay, go back up. He expects me to be there. Pop that. Now this right here where it's like, I'm not rushing, more so just playing passive. I know, you know, they really like this building. They keep trying to come up in here. Just trying to take advantage of that.
Mission time is half over. Maintain the lead.
Don't think I see anyone. I'm actually probably not the best idea. I'm gonna try to chase this guy. Where he went? Oh, where he went. Okay, I'm not gonna worry too much about it. Let's use this. They all go back in that building? I could have sworn I had like that whole spawn just covered. It's crazy. I'm gonna do the same thing here. Drop some bombs over there. So for the most part, that that side should be covered. One guy somewhere over there. I'm not gonna worry about him. I'm not gonna just draw back, you know, for one guy. I did not even see that. I'm not gonna lie. One problem is because on, you know, Black Ops 2, I always ran. Okay, so we see that sniper over there. I always ran engineer, what I was saying, but I see that guy sniping over there, so I'm just gonna stay away from that. This little train area, this is like the best spot to hug. Run around here. Don't want to go too far in the open because of that building that they're camping in. Okay. That's all. He had a shotgun, so he was gonna beat me. I did miss a few of my shots. Maybe I could have got the kill, but he did have a shotgun. So just gotta keep that in mind. I gotta be careful. He might be using a shotgun and what, a sniper? Doesn't seem like it. Let's see. Let's see. I'll try it again. I will try it again. So because I did that, he expects me to be there. So I'm not gonna even try to do that. I'm gonna come up this side. He's probably not gonna expect it if he's still even up here. Yep. He didn't expect me to come around him like that. Got a hit marker on him. Be able to finish the kill. He should have not stayed there. He really still tried to contest me. I think there's someone on this side of the stairs. No, where's he at? He missed a shotgun shot. Sucks. I mean, it does really be like that. Again, got another hit marker. Oh my gosh, what sniper is that? That dude, that thing sucks. I don't snipe in this game, so I really don't know the snipers, to be honest, but it's all good. These guys are playing really campy and really back, so it's a little hard to get up in there. Now I know that building is not really safe for me to get up in there, so let's we'll move around. We'll do the exact same thing we did. I did it one time, but I don't think they expected it. Run back up in here, take the next flight of stairs. Someone should be up here. Yep. Got my UAV. I have ghosts, so I'm chilling. But we'll kind of look around. Got one right there. Someone's probably gonna come up from here. Yep, he's about to come up. I hear his footsteps. No, he went around. He might went this way. So obviously this is kind of their home right here. I'm just gonna, this is where I'm just gonna play passive. I mean, they know I'm here. There's a few of them. No point trying to go out, go crazy, you know, do what I gotta do. Okay, I just missed like so many of my shots there. Pop the stem shot, I couldn't make it. Couldn't make it. Which happens, you know, be like that. But this game right here, you know they're playing campy. This has always been my thing, where you know they're playing campy when the game ends, when the time goes down. You know, like that's a problem. But I mean, for the most part, we played this game pretty good, pretty solid. The way I rushed and went to the building, I mean, the way I went into the building where they were all at, I could have maybe done that one more time, could have got more kills. I think my mistake was I was too focused on that middle building, which got me killed a few times. So maybe I should have done that. So now I know, like I said, I thought they were gonna be more aggressive. I didn't think they would be, you know, rushing, but I figured they'd be a little more aggressive. So the way I played, I wasn't as smart, and I should have you know, what y'all saw me do twice, rushing to the back like that. I could have probably done that 1 or 2 more times and dropped more kills, but that was really it, guys. But kind of give y'all a idea of how I played. That really worked against passive people. But yeah, guys, I mean, that's really it. Hope you guys got something out of this video, and if not, I mean, so be it. We all have different play styles and different things we do and use, so if you want to try something I did, a attachment I did, the way I played, I mean, go for it. If not, then, you know, it be like that, you know what I'm saying? So yeah, guys, that's really it, and hope you guys have a wonderful day or night whenever you're watching this, and yeah, peace out, everyone.